Hello everyone, this is Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss subject Web Systems Engineering. The topic is JavaScript Control Structures. In detail, we'll discuss. Outcome of this topic is, at the end, the student can understand, design and implement JavaScript program using appropriate control structures to solve real-time problems. So by using conditional statements and loops, we can understand how to write the JavaScript code and execute the real-time problems. We'll see one by one. First we'll see about conditional statements, then we'll see about loops, and then branching. So control structures. First we have to understand what is control structures. Control structures control the flow of execution of a JavaScript. It will control. So in sequence, they will execute the statements, right? So it will control that flow of execution in JavaScript program by using this control structure statements. They decide which statements run, how many times they run, and under what conditions they will run. The condition true, it executes some block of code. The condition fails, it executes other block. So like that we'll discuss in detail with the example. So types of control structures in JavaScript: decision making, looping, and branching. We can call it as selection, iteration, and jumping. So we'll see one by one. First we'll see about decision making statements in JavaScript. So JavaScript control structures, decision making statements, we have if statement first. Used to execute code based on condition. Only have if statement. See, executes only if the condition is true. If the condition is true, it executes the block of the code. If the condition is false, then it will not do anything. So simple syntax for if statement. If in parentheses we have to write condition, in curly braces you have to write the block of code. Each statement have to end with semicolon. So that is in JavaScript, same like C code. So for example, if age is 20, age is 20 given. So if age is greater than or equal to 18, that is you are eligible for vote. So you have to, it will display the output. So here given the input is age, variable value is 20. So here condition is we are checking if his age is greater than or equal to 18, then he is eligible for vote. Otherwise, he is not eligible. So if the condition is true, then it displays the output is eligibility vote. Then otherwise, it will not display anything. So that is the if condition. If condition only executes the statement, the block of code, if the condition is true. Next, we have if else statement. Same like C. If you know the C language very well, then we can write the JavaScript control structures easily. Right? If else statement. Execute one block if condition is true, another is if false. So in if statement, it contains only true block, but here it contains either true or false. If the condition is true, then executes the true block. If false, then executes the else block. Right? That is in if else statement. Simple example we see, if we are taking the marks is 45. If it is a marks is greater than or equal to 50, right? Here is a pass in that subject. Otherwise, fail. So the condition what we here, we given the marks is 45. So 45 is not greater than or equal to 50. So it goes to the else block and displays the fail. The output you get there in our browser is fail. So there is a if else block. Suppose given the marks value is 60, so 60 is greater than or equal to 50, right? So then it executes the pass. So that is the if else block statement. Next we have nested ifs, other we call it as else if later, used to check multiple conditions. Let grade is equal to 85. So here in this example we are discussing displaying the grade of a subject. Suppose giving grade is equal to 85. For example, the student got 85 the grade. Then we are just checking which grade is acquired, right? So grade is greater than or equal to 90. That is a grade. If the condition is true, then it displays A grade. If the condition is not satisfied, then it goes to else if condition. Else if, else if, else if. So else if means greater than 85 is greater than or equal to 75. True. Then it executes the output. He got the for that subject B grade. B grade. Like that, any number of else statements we can write, and you can check the conditions. If all the conditions are fail, then it goes to the at the end of the statement, that is else block document dot write fail, fail. Okay, so that is a nested if statement, right? Or if else, otherwise called as else if later. Next we have uh, ternary operator, conditional ternary operator. The conditional ternary operator is a shorthand for writing conditional if still statements. It is called a ternary operator because it takes three operands. See here, the condition is true, right? Condition is true, then executes true part. That is expression 1. Otherwise, it displays expression 2. Expression 2. So here we are writing the condition in ternary operator question mark. If the condition is true, it executes the expression 1. Otherwise, it executes the which are written after column. So that is executes the false means expression 2. Expression 2. So that is the ternary operator that also we can use in JavaScript. JavaScript. Okay. See here, simple example. Same like we discussed eligible for vote or not. Here we are checking for viewing the video is adult or not. If you are viewing the movie is eligible to enter or not, we have to check their age. So then we can use this ternary operator. Age is 16 we given. Let text is equal to age less than 18. If his age is less than 18, he is a minor. So he is not enter into movie hall. Okay. Otherwise, if his age is greater than 18, then he can eligible and displays your adult. So if he is an adult, so he can enter and can view the movie. So here we will display the output by writing document.getElement by ID demo.inner HTML. So the output is displayed in here in paragraph. So here given the ID is demo. So whatever is displaying the output, the text here value, if it is minor, display assign a value here that is minor, and displayed in the demo. What is this demo? Given the name for paragraph, ID is equal to demo. So it displays the output in this statement, this HTML statement. So that is the use of inner HTML. In the same web page, it will search for the ID and display the output. So that is use of document.getElement by ID of that is the ID name dot inner HTML is equal to that text. That is the output what we got here from the ternary operator. Ternary operator. So these are the conditional statements, right? Conditional statement if else, nested if, and we can use ternary operator. Next we have switch statement. Same like nested if, we can also use switch statement. Switch statement. Use multiple values for or possible for a single variable. So see here how to write the syntax for switch statement. Switch expression case value 1. If the case value 1 is satisfied, then it executes this block of code. So after execution of all that statements, it will break the case. So like that we can write second case value 2, and you can write your block of code, and write the break, end of the break, right? Close it. Okay. So like that, any number of cases we can write based on the requirement. If all the statements are failed, not match the value, then it goes to default block. So it executes this statement, executes the default statement. So same like nested if not satisfying any condition, then it goes to else. Here it displays the default. If the all above conditions are failed, then it goes to default. Okay. So that is the use of switch statement. We'll see a simple example. We are displaying the days. Suppose you given 1. The input is 1. So for example, given day is equal to 3. The case 3, right? Case 3. document dot write of Wednesday, Wednesday, right? Wednesday, and right here break. So each statement, each block you have to end, each case you have to end with break, break. So observe here, if the case 3, so days could be given 3. So we given the value in switch case condition is 3. So it will search for value, case 1 not matched, case 2 is not matched. So case 3 is matched. So 3 we given. So you'll get the output is Wednesday. Suppose you given the day value is 5. 5. There is no cases, right? Then it goes to the default. It displays the invalid day. Invalid day. So that is a switch case. So we have the multiple values. Then we can use switch case, right? So we'll see simple example for a age, right? Eligible for vote or not by writing the right code. So open VS Code. So save this file, save, right? So we are writing for eligibility for vote or not, eligible for vote dot html dot html. So always select the dot html, save it, and we are writing the HTML file, right? So here you can select it. So you get your the structure of the HTML. We are writing for control statements, control state statements. See simple example. For example, here we're writing. For example, we are writing the program H1. Example for control statements, like if else, nested ifs, right? Right. So we're writing the script here. Script. So JavaScript we are writing. We are declaring that let the ages be given 19. 19. If we are writing the condition age greater than or equal to 18, then you have to display the block of code. That is, we are writing here document dot write ln. Here we are writing some message you are displaying here. You are eligible for you are eligible for vote, right? And each statement have to end with semicolon. Suppose if the condition is failed, then you have to go for else part, else part, right? Else. Then you are eligible for not eligible for vote. So just save this file, right? If statement and end with the script and save the file, right? File, save. Next, open in browser, right? Eligibility for vote. Open in the Chrome, right? So you got the output is you are eligible for vote, right? So there is the use of JavaScript code if else statement, if else statement. Okay. So we given the input value is 20, 16, 16. Just save the file and do the refresh. You are not eligible for vote. So like this we can write the if else statements, as well as we can take here we given the input is static, right? So we can create the text box by using HTML input statements. We can create it and right we can take the input dynamically. See here simple example, the checking for eligible for voting or not. So we are creating one text box here. Input ID is age input. So this text box we given name is age input, and we are taking the input is number data type. So if you click on this button, it will check for eligibility. Immediately moves to the JavaScript code, right? So final output is displayed in paragraph. What is the name we given here? ID is equal to result. Result. You click on this button, you go for JavaScript code. There is a matching function name. So final output is displayed in paragraph. The name you given is result. Next. So whatever you enter in this text box, how you will identify this text box? By using age input. Age input. See that value what you enter in the text box is sent to age. Age. And your output is displayed in result. So see, observe here, if age is greater than or equal to 18, then it displays you are eligible to vote. As well as we changing the color to green. So whatever you're getting the result dot style dot color. By using CSS, we are changing the color to green color. If his age is greater than 0, that means less than 18, then it displays the red color. So if the given any negative numbers other than the numbers, then it displays the orange. So here we are displaying in the same document, right? Simply we are writing here document dot get element by ID of right of ID result dot inner HTML is equal to red. Otherwise we can write like green. Otherwise you can write orange. So you can replace with simple, right? In shortcut we can write and single value can declare here variable, and we can apply the condition and we can display the output. Okay, so simple example, by taking the input dynamically. Previously we saw on statically, right? Now we are discussing how to take the input dynamically from text box. See, observe here. So we created one text box. Here we are entering the age 28, for example. You can check the condition. So you are eligible for vote, right? Displaying the color is in green color. Suppose you given the value is 9 or 8, so it displays the you are not eligible for vote. Suppose you given the negative values minus 12, so it displays the in orange color. Please enter a valid age, right? Suppose you enter 45, so then also it displays in you are eligible to vote, right? It is greater than or equal to 18. So like this we can use conditional statements, right? Yeah, we jump into second right concept here in control structures, that iteration statements or looping statements. So we have the for loop used when number of iteration is known. So earlier, if you know the how many times you have to iterate, then you can use for statement in JavaScript. So it contains three parts. One is right, you have to write in between parentheses, right? Initialization, that is you have to declare that variable initialize value, condition, increment or decrement. For example, if you want to display the values from 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, right? Then here you can write simple code. So you can understand here how many times you have to iterate that loop, 5 times. What is the initial value? 1. So initial value is 1, and you have to repeat the loop for 5 times. Then you can use for loop. So let I is equal to 1. We declaring the variable value is 1 initial value, and how many times you have to repeat the condition I less than or equal to 5 times, right? 5. Next, increment. Initially it is value is 1, then it moves to the second iteration, third iteration, fourth. So each iteration it executes the block of code. If the condition is failed, then it is moving to 6, the I value, it will terminates the looping iteration, right? So every time it displays here document.write I plus. So first it displays 1. So here we can write in HTML code, already we discussed in previous video. In between double quotes, if you write, we can also embed HTML elements. That is BR. BR means break, new line character. After 1, it displaying next value is in next line 2, 3, 4, 5. So when it reaches 5, I value is increased by 1. So then it is becomes as 6. So 6 is not less than or equal to 5. So it will terminate the process. So that is the for loop. Next we discuss while loop. Condition is checked before executing loop body. So previously what happened? So initialization, condition, increment or decrement variable. So before executing the block of code, you want to check the condition. Then you have to use while loop, right? While condition, if the condition is true, then executes this block of code. If the condition is false, it will move to the next statement of that block, next statement of that while loop, right? So initially, same example we'll take, displaying the 1 to 5 numbers. Same thing we can write using while loop. Initialization is initialized out of the while loop. So here only we return the condition here, while condition, while I less than or equal to 5. If the condition is true, it executes this block of code. So that displays the 1. After that, it will increase the value by 1. Next, it becomes 2. I value is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. Then it displays 2. Next 3. Next 4 by incrementing values. So up to 5. So after that, I value is 6. So 6 is not less than or equal to 5. Then the condition is failed. Then it moves the from while loop to next statement of this curly braces. What other statements are there that will be executed? Next, do while loop. Execute at least one condition once condition check later. At least. So it will check the condition. Before checking the condition, it executes that block of code at least once. In some applications, you have to run at least once. You have to display the output. Then you have to use do while loop. Do while. So do block of code to be executed. Then it checks the condition. That is syntax for do while loop. So same example, we'll take it. So initialized I is equal to 1. That is let I is equal to 1. You are executing this block of code at least once. So it displays the 1. After that, I value is increased to 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5, right? Then again it moves here and displays the 2. Next 3, 4, 5. Then it checks after becomes 6 here. 6 is less than or equal to 5, right? So then it terminates the process. So do while. At least you want to execute once your block of code, then you have to use do while statement. Next, we have in JavaScript in loop, for in loop, used to iterate over object properties. So based on this number of objects, you want to iterate the process. You want to execute the block of code, then you can use for in loop, right? So see simple example we taking here. Student is equal to name Ravi, age 20, branch CSC. So the key value is key, name, and value is Ravi, right? So let key in student, document dot write key, so plus student key plus break, right? So here based on this key, for example, name is the key, right? Then it display here Ravi. So name is name Ravi. Next it displays age 20. Next it displays branch CSC. So how many times it iterated? 3 times. So based on this key value 1, 2, 3, 3 times it will iterate and displays the output. So in student, how many values are there? It takes it one by one and execute the block of code. So that is for in loop. Next we have for off loop. Right? In JavaScript, we have the off loop also. Used to iterate over arrays of strings. So we want to iterate the block of code you want to execute based on the array, then you have to use for off loop, right? So previously we discussed about objects, right? Here we are discussing array. So then you have to use for off loop. See that example, syntax is for variable of iterable that executes block of these statements. So let numbers is 10, 20, 30 we given. So it takes for each iteration one value, that is let num is taking 10 from this numbers array. It displays the output is 20. Next, initially it displays 10, then 20, then 30. So that is use of for off loop in JavaScript. Next we have that is jumping statements. So the branching statements. We have break and continue. Used to alter loop statement. Terminates the block immediately. So if you use break statement in your loops, right, it will terminate the process. So see the example in for loop, I is equal to 1 initialized, 1 is less than or equal to 10, true, 1 is equal to 5, no, right, 1 is equal to 5, no. So then it will display the output and moves to the next statement. So if then I value becomes 2 is equal to 5, no, then it goes here 3, 4, 5. So whenever I value is 5, we are checking with 5, right? If condition, then it will break. It will stop the process. It will not go for next iteration, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will not, right? So it will break the iteration. If the condition satisfied, then it will terminate the process. Otherwise, it displays the output. That is the break statement. Next one is continue. Skips the current iteration. So if the condition is true, if it is matches, only particular iteration is jumps and continue for next condition, right? Skips the current iteration. See this example, we given I is equal to 5, I less than or equal to 5. How many times that iteration I have to repeat and display the output? 5 times, right? So if it is I is equal to 3, suppose 1, 2 it is displayed, it is matching with 3, so it will continue. So it will not break the iteration. So then it displays here 4, 5, 4, 5 as output. So like this we can use continue statement. We'll see simple example for while loop. Simply we're displaying the numbers 1 to 10, while loop 1 to 10. The number is initially displays 1. Sorry, we given initialized value is 0. If we given here 1, right, we displays here 1 as output. And condition we given less than or equal to 10. 10. So it repeats the process and displays the output 1 to 10 by using while. Where it is displaying here the output, right? Here, text is equal to, right? So here demo.innerHTML. In web page, it will search for demo ID. So here we given the paragraph, it will display the output in this paragraph. Okay, just save this file, save it. Right. So you are getting the output. So this one is paragraph. So all completion of all the text, all the iteration, it displays the output. Right. So like this we can use while loop, conditional statements. Suppose we given here, right? If I is equal to 5, right? Continue. So you'll see the output what we are getting. Okay. See. Okay. So that about while loop and continue statement, right? And also we have JavaScript control structures written statement. Exists from a function. So function add of a comma b we given here, return a plus b. So when you call this function in document.write, add 10 comma 20. So immediately it calls the function is this function and returns the addition of these two numbers 10 plus 20. Then it returns the value is 30 to the document.write. So it will display the output is 30. Okay. So like this we can use a return statement. So up to now we discussed control structures, conditional statements, loops, and jumping statements. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.